Happy Mayday. You know, on days like Mayday or Earth Day, I always think of these words from E.B. White. If the world were merely seductive, that would be easy. If it were merely challenging, that would be no problem. But I arise in the morning, torn between a desire to improve or save the world and a desire to enjoy or savor the world. This makes it hard to plan the day. To savor the world or to save it. Mayday, you know, there are two kinds of Maydays. One's a savoring kind and one's a saving kind, you could say. Mayday is Beltane. It's the celebration of the midpoint between spring equinox and summer solstice. The day when we're coming fully into spring, when the flowers and the buds and everything that's green is greening, at least in my part of the world and in Ireland and Scotland, where Beltane was celebrated wildly and still is, with bonfires and jumping around and all kinds of sex. You know, May is about fertility and life and celebration. Here in Minneapolis, where I live, there's a giant Mayday parade, and every year the sun rose out and we all sing "You Are My Sunshine." And believe me, in Minnesota, we need to sing that in the spring. We need to know that we're still coming towards the sun. Mayday is also the anniversary of riots in Chicago, where police fired and killed people who were protesting for an 8-hour workday in 1886, the Haymarket riots. You know, and that is called International Workers' Day. Ironically, even though it's named for an event that took place in the United States and really is still taking place in the United States, it's not a legal holiday in the United States. It is in 80 other countries. So we could say that Mayday is about savoring spring, and then it's about saving workers' dignity, workers' rights, the right to have an 8-hour workday. I believe that our work for justice should be joyful, should be a celebration of life. That when we work for justice, we should be creative, imaginative, playful. That's why I love it when people do something like flash mobs or something visually arresting, something that's different, something that isn't just about standing in the streets with a picket sign, you know, moaning and groaning and chanting for justice. I'm not saying we don't need to be in the streets, but I think we need to take our whole selves to the streets and not just follow dogmatic rules about what it means to be seeking justice. I'm not dogmatic about anything. I'm not dogmatic about my faith. I'm not dogmatic about the best way to do almost anything. I believe there are usually several good ways, and the same is true for justice making. So in this month where we explore justice, and on this day where we celebrate life and justice, let's remember to savor and to save. We get to do both.